Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is chapter 20 of Shattered Image, and this one is titled Search Mission. Hi, darling. How was work? Your dad asked, entering the kitchen a little after the smell of coffee had wafted into the lounge area. It was good, your mum said with a kiss to his cheek. The coffee machine broke, which wasn't fantastic, but we managed to keep the coffees going with the plunger and a stick whisk. And you know what? People actually said it was better than my usual coffee with the coffee machine. Your dad laughed. Trust your coffee quirk to kick in at the 9th hour, he joked. So funny, your mum laughed. Management has actually asked if I wouldn't mind making it that way for a bit longer, which is kind of good because they said that they would get more plungers and stick whisks, and that way I can teach the other girls how to make it too, and we can make more at the same time. Well done, your dad said. Have you seen Yin? Your mum then asked, switching subjects. I saw her bag here. Is she in her room? I assume so, your dad said as he looked up to the ceiling, presumably to where your room was located in the house. She slammed the door pretty hard when she arrived home, but I haven't seen her since. Oh, I see, your mum replied. Well, I'll call her down for dinner soon. How was your day? With your black band hoodie on, you headed into town, head low and walking purposefully. You didn't really have anywhere in mind you wanted to go, but you just felt like you needed to vent some steam, and the only way you knew how to do that effectively was to hunt like what you used to do in the old days. You hadn't run the streets since going to UA, so it had been a month and a bit now. Aside from when you had been admitted to the psych ward, this was the longest time that you had abstained for. You headed to the area where you knew you were more likely to find trouble and then posted up near the petrol station. It was a hot spot for you. All kinds of people went through the petrol station. You didn't have to wait very long until a small group of guys came into view. They had the same kind of look in their eyes as you, bored and looking for something to do. You made eye contact with one of them as they went to pass you, and he stopped and smirked at you. You got a problem, miss? He asked. No, do you? You shot back. Your tense reply alerted the other boys to your presence, and they turned around to come over and take a better look. What you doing out here all by yourself? One asked, tilting his head up and looking down his nose at you. Bit late for a girl to be out on her own here, ain't it? Bit late for you to be running your mouth out here, ain't it? Aren't you late for sleepy bones? You quipped back. The guy looked to his other friends and then back to you. I don't think you want to get smart now, he commented. There's 5 of us and 1 of you. And? You asked in a bored voice. He wasn't ready for such a reply and looked at you for a second before replying. I don't think you understand what we could do to you, miss, he replied with a smirk, and the other boys chuckled as well. And you don't know what I'm capable of either, you replied with just as heavy a smirk as him. You want to mess around and find out? Well, you know what? The guy asked, pretending to drop his previous comments and take a different angle. Why don't you come and hang with us? We're going to all have some fun, hey? Yeah, no thanks. I've decided you're already boring, he replied, stifling a pretend yawn. Ugh, go home to mummy now, you added. It's past your bedtime. I've never punched a girl before, but there's always a first time, the guy suddenly threatened, and you laughed. And it'll be your last too. Come on then, give it your best shot, you jeered. The guy took both hands from his pockets and turned to face you head on, while you grinned at him. Stepping 1 foot back, the guy braced and then lunged forwards, his right arm coming up, when all of a sudden he stopped dead in his tracks and just stood there. 1 down, you said before looking at the next guy. With coffees made and dinner almost done, your mum turned to the kitchen archway and walked out into the hall to the foot of the stairs and called out to you. Yin, dinner's ready, she shouted. There was no reply. Oh, maybe she's listening to music and didn't hear me, your mum thought as she started to walk up the stairs to your room. Yin, she called again, but still no reply. Getting to the top of the stairs, she turned and walked to your bedroom door and knocked on it. Yin, dinner is ready, she called, but still you didn't reply. Odd, your mum thought as she tilted her head at your door and then pressed her ear to it to see if she could hear anything from the other side, but all was quiet. Yin, I'm coming in, she called again as she placed her hand around the doorknob and then twisted and pushed it open. As the door swung open all the way, it became apparent that you weren't there, and your mum looked around, noting your school uniform on the floor, and then turned and left the room. Maybe she's taking a shower, she thought, heading down to the end of the hall to check the bathroom, but you weren't there either. Confusion swelled in her mind. Why was your stuff at home if you weren't home? Walking around the house and checking every room, she finally concluded that you had gone out. But why? Did you see Yin leave? She asked your dad when she got back to the kitchen. No. Why? He asked. She's not here, your mum replied. Where has she gone and why did she leave without you seeing her? Were you in the lounge the whole time? Yes, I was, your dad replied with a small furrow of his brows. I would have seen her if she'd left out the front door. Strange, your mum hummed. We don't tell her she can't go out, so why has she left through another way? Up to no good, your dad offered. She came home and slammed the door when she walked in, so maybe she's in a bad mood. Your mum's guts twisted. She could feel something wasn't right, and so walked to her bag and got her phone. I'm a little concerned, she said as she unlocked her phone. I'm just going to call Shotoa and see if he's on duty tonight and if he could check on Yin for me, find her and make sure she's okay. Your dad nodded. Good idea, he said. Aizawa was still at school watching the rescue mission tapes when his phone rang and he reached over and picked it up. Yes, he said into the receiver. Oh, Shotoa, hello, it's Mrs. Lin here, your mum said politely. I'm so sorry to trouble you, but Yin has gone missing. She came home before but has disappeared, and I'm a little concerned that she might be getting herself into trouble, she said. I see, Aizawa said as he stood up and closed his laptop down. Are you working tonight? Your mum asked him. Later, yes, he said, but I'm leaving now. I'll do a check of the town. Oh, please don't go out of your way, but if you happen to find her, please send her home, she said in a worried voice. Yeah, will do, he replied as he pulled his coat on and headed out of the staff room. Thank you, your mum said before saying goodbye and hanging up. Aizawa walked to the classroom to grab his class contact sheet and look down the list for Sero's family number. He felt like he might need some assistance on this impromptu patrol. He dialed the home number and spoke briefly to Sero's mum before Sero was put on the line. Sero, Aizawa greeted his student. Oh, hello, sir, Sero said with surprise. What can I do for you? Sero, I've received a call from Yin's mum. Yin came home but disappeared. Would you know where she might be? Aizawa asked. No, sir, I'm sorry. I don't. I'm at home myself, but I did see Yin this afternoon after school, and she wasn't happy at all, sir. We had a little falling out, and then she left to go home. I see, Aizawa said. I'm about to go looking for her. Would you assist me? I feel like you might be able to talk to her. We aren't exactly on the best of terms at the moment, Sero replied sheepishly, but I'll definitely help if I can. Here's a random question. Do you all remember Ollie Murs? I think he made like 3 songs or something. And one of them was Troublemaker, and that's the song that comes to mind. Stay tuned for chapter 21 coming tomorrow. I'll see you then.